First and foremost, all the glory goes to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakathu Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakah Kodash. Glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. Glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai. I'd love to give double honors to our apostles of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to our sincere brothers pushing this truth throughout the four corners of the earth, risking their lives week in and week out to feed the lost sheep. And shalom to the hopeful elect. The hopeful elect. Amen. This is why when it comes to serving the Lord, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, it's not about boasting. Yeah? It's not about boasting. It's all about hoping and praying that your name is written in the book of life. Because it's not of your works. I was meaning to do this video a few days ago, but I've been very, not well. And I decided to do it today through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahweh Shai Ba'asham Rakah Kudash. And I thought about this a few days ago, and who came into my mind was Pastor Dowell. And I remember a few years back, he had some run-ins, yes, with GMS, right? Talking about, black Hebrew Israelites. I vaguely remember. But going back at least 4 or 5 years ago, yeah, he was going back and forth with us. And I was thinking about this. This is a time now. This is not the time of building. About feeding the community. And like I said, he came into my mind, Pastor Dowell. So the lesson, this video is going to be called, Is Pastor Dowell Still Boasting? Is he still boasting? And you mustn't boast. If you're going to be charitable, keep it to yourself. Do not boast. You see? You're advertising. Me spirit. What I can do. It comes from me. It's not of your works. It is not of your works. Everything comes from above. So I'm going to play this video, and it was done about in 2015. And I remember years ago I did a video about him too. I can't remember what it's about. I did something about him about 4 years ago. But him is the kind of doctrine where everybody could come in, right? He doesn't call on the proper name of the Lord. Okay? And you see, you have to prove all things, yeah? But we know these pastors do everything for some gain. There's always a gain for these pastors. Anytime you see people want to build a community, build houses, and everybody come together and live together like one big family, there's always some gain in it. Yeah? For filthy lucre. So you have to watch out for false pastors. right? But are you now still, now where are you now? Are you still building? Yeah? Talking, boasting before, saying how, you know, about, we're going to have to build our community so we don't have to go to no one for help. It doesn't go that way. You have to go to the Esau for the want of all things. This is not your time to build. Yeah? It's about building the tabernacle of David. All right? It's not about building a community. Because people are going to creep in unawares. You don't know who is who. Now, I would like to see him one day and says, tell me one thing. All these people, all these cabins, I'm going to play it to them. All these things you've been building and having all these people come together, yeah? Is there anyone or any few you had to cast out because they were being deceitful? I could tell you some stories that I've experienced what people do. People in church do. Right? But you see, the Lord sees everything. Because if you're going to use people for your own gain, for filthy lucre, it would turn upon you. Because people will come creeping unaware, pretending that they're so godly, and use you, right? Infiltrate you, and you're going to have to get rid of them. This is why, as our apostle says, not everyone can come together. Just because you're a Hebrew Israelite doesn't mean that, yes, everybody come together as one. No. Right? About building community. You don't know who is who. But the fact is, the reason I'm doing this, where are you now? Are you still building? Because the time is near now that Yahushua is about to return. Everything is going skyrocket high. Yeah, prices, everything is going up. So are you still building now? But it's all about the boasting, yeah? Me. I do this and I do this. But let me just play this, yeah? This was done in 2015. And like I said before earlier, I remember he used to have some run-ins with us. Okay? Call us the black Hebrew Israelites, labeling us, yeah? All right, so let me play this.
Some of you may not remember some time ago, it was 2 years ago, myself and a brother added this addition onto the dining hall. You're not in it, mother. We added on to this addition of the dining hall. And these are the custom cabinets that I built. As a matter of fact, I try to make sure I build all the custom cabinets here on the land. But the sisters were preparing everything for breakfast time this morning here in the dining hall. Now, many years ago, probably like, I guess, started 17 years ago, and then it took me almost a year, because it's pretty much a lot of this labor was done with myself and just a few people. But we built this dining hall. But these are the custom cabinets that I built a few years ago, and this is just a look at it. And this right here is the serving table area. Those of you who've been to Straightway and stuff, used to this item. This item is coming in very handy. I also made a overweight salad bar right there. All this was built by my hands. This custom cabinets right here. The reason why I'm making these videos this morning, because I'm trying to show you that if you just apply yourself, you can do it. But you have to get out of that spirit that America puts on everybody, let everybody else do it. Let everybody else do it. You understand what I mean? Or waste valuable money on somebody else having the labor because you simply won't get out there and study. You won't read books. You won't make the mistakes or try to minimize the mistakes and come here and learn something. I mean, there's a wealth of knowledge we have here. Behind me, you see a deck that myself and the brethren built. We built this deck as an addition to the dining hall, and the saints really immensely enjoy it during the feast days. Also, what you see right here is this playground. People ask me, where'd you get the design of the playground at, Pastor Dowell? I said, in my head. What do you mean in your head? In my head. I made it up as I went. I had the actual calculations in my head, and we put together this nice little playground for the children. Well, and also another thing, as you can see, we're still growing food. Now we're heading off into the cold season, cold months, and so you see cabbage right here. We have broccoli because, you know, we have quite a few people that we feed. Not only here on the community, but we have quite a few people that we feed during Shabbat. And of course, when feast days come, we really going to have a lot of people feed. Something like 200-something people is going to be here. And they're going to be here for 7 to 8 days. And so that is a lot. That is a lot of food that we're going to be putting down. Y'all remember, saints, those of you that are coming, that are invited to the feast, don't forget to bring your feast day offering. Don't forget to bring your own drinks and everything. And I'm sure we're going to have a wonderful, wonderful time. There's our fire pit for someone who's inquiring and just don't know too much. But the only reason why that I'm making this video here this morning is because I want you to see that Pastor Dowell and the Saints of Straightway, we don't have an extraordinary amount of time where we can just sit down on our ass and make videos all day. You mostly get these spontaneously or when I'm sitting at the desk. Other than that, we're busy. We are literally busy. And that's just all there's to it. And by the way, while we're here, we're remodeling a place. And that place that we're remodeling it for Mom and Dad Dowell.
All right, let me just leave it there for a second, all right? You see, it's all about the boasting, okay? Let me go to the book of Ephesians, chapter 2. Because of time, let me see. I wanted to start from 1, but it says, man's nature is evil. So I'm going to start from, let me start from 4. I want to read from 1, yeah? So it's Ephesians chapter 2, verse 4. Start from 4. But Yahweh, who is rich in mercy, for his great love, wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together with Yahushua HaMashiach. By grace ye are saved, and have raised us up together, and made us sit together in heavenly places in Yahushua HaMashiach, that in the ages to come he might shew the exceeding riches of his grace in his kindness towards us through Yahushua HaMashiach. For by grace are ye saved, through faith, and that not of your own selves, it is the gift of Yahweh. Verse 9, not of works, lest any man should boast. And that is what Pastor Dowell doing. He's just boasting. And he's putting up videos to make everybody see, all right, to see how, what's the word? He's flourishing, right? It's to attract people, to bring people in more. There is something behind it. When people do these things, there is something behind it. And if you notice a second ago, before I forget, I'm not sure if he's referring to us, right? I'm not sure if he's referring to GMS, but I remember he said a couple of seconds ago, you can play it back, he says that we don't sit down all day doing videos. You see? And that's what we do. Yeah, you're right. We do. We do. We feed the flock, yes, on the highways and the byways, and we do it on the internet. Okay? But Elder Apostle Gabar, off the top of my head, he did say, in fear, we do not really have to go out there anymore. Okay? But because of the fear of the Lord, because we respect the Lord, I'm just adding, I'm not adding, I'm trying to remember what he said exactly. We still go out on the highways and the byways. Okay? Because the Most High set up the internet for that purpose anyway, right? Because it goes out, the knowledge and the wisdom and understanding and the teachings, the correct doctrine go out to the whole four corners of the earth quickly, right? But we still go on the highways and the byways, yes, to preach the gospel, right? So we're doing two things. Yes, so we do go out, right? And yes, we do. We sit home and do videos, yeah? So I'm not sure if he's referring to GMS, right? But going back to him, that me spirit, yeah? It's of me. You see, he's boasting about these cabins. He's boasting about the children's playground, and it came from me. Yes, you see what I'm saying? Boast, do not boast. Okay? Are you boasting now? Are you boasting now? We're in the end times now. Are you boasting? Right? Even one time, a few months back, remember when Elder Zabak, he was talking about building some community, right? And he should know better. It's not about building up no community, right? Because you're going to have people that creep in unawares. You don't know who is sincere or not, right? I want to say more things, but I don't want to stretch it out, because if I stretch it out, because I need to bring out a couple more scriptures, yes? Yes, do not boast. Not of works, lest any man should boast. For we are his workmanship, created in Yahushua HaMashiach unto good works, right? But he's using good works, all right? There's nothing wrong in being charitable. It is good to be charitable, but you could tell when people do it, they do it for filthy lucre. They want to be seen of all men. They want to be seen. So people are going to look at him now and say, oh, he's a good man. He's a charitable man, right? Let me feed him with some of that kind of money. Let me give him some of my money. And that's what they're doing, right? Right? It's like when you're praying, you must pray by yourself, right? If you want to pray for one another, like brothers, you come together and pray. Yes, that's different, right? But these people are hypocrites. And that's what they're doing. He's boasting because he's trying to increase, the congregation. You know what he's doing. Are you still building now? Pastor Dowell, are you still building now? Right? For we are his workmanship, created in Yahushua and Mashiach unto good works, which Yahweh have before ordained that we should walk in them. Yeah? In sincere good works, not in filthy lucre. All of these pastors do it for filthy lucre. Every one of them. Do you see GMS doing this for money? Right. The book of Jude. Book of Jude. And 1 verse 4 to 5. And it says, for there are certain men crept in unawares, right? Unnoticed. Those are the wicked. They crept in unawares, who were before of old ordained to this condemnation. Ungodly men turning the grace of our power into lasciviousness, which is like wicked lust, the lust of things, lasciviousness, and denying the only Lord our power and our Lord our power, Yahushua Mashiach. Verse 5, I will therefore put in you in remembrance, though ye once knew this, how the Lord, having saved the people out of the land of Egypt, afterward destroyed them that believe not. Right? You're taking the Lord for granted. You know, you're using the Lord, okay, to gain what you need to gain, right? But the Lord will put that in remembrance that He got you out of Egypt, and you're going to still take advantage, right? Still take advantage. What have I got here in Malachi 3 and 16? Hold on. Malachi 3:16. Malachi 3:16. Malachi 3 verse 16 to 18. Hold on, what am I at this here? Oh, this is a book of remembrance. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. And listen, what Pastor Doyle he's doing, he doesn't call on a proper name. He doesn't call on Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai, right? He sometimes says Jesus Christ, right? He says Yahweh, I think, right? Okay, verse 17. And they shall be mine, saith the Lord of hosts, in the day when I make up my jewel, that's the elect, jewels, that is the elect, and I will spare them as a man spareth his own son that serveth him. 18. Then shall ye return and discern between the righteous and the wicked, between him that serveth Yahweh and him that serveth him not. So, you know, he's not serving Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai properly. All right? He is not serving the Lord properly. And I even look back at one of his videos, you know, scroll through for a couple of days, and he's got everybody in the congregation. Yes? We know there's confusion of faces, yes? But he's got everybody in the congregation. Yes? Everybody, you know, everybody come as they please, you know, come as you want. Yeah? So like here. Right. What have I got? One more? What did I just read? I've got one more here. Is it in Luke? What did I put Luke here for? Just a second here. I said Jude and Malachi. Did I say Malachi? Did I read Malachi? Yeah. And I think I've got a mark in here for Luke. Yeah. Hold on a second. Baba Kusha. All right, that's okay. Yeah, that's gone already. But the question is, yeah, Pastor Dowell, are you still boasting? Okay. Because if you're doing things, yes, deceitfully, right, it will not end up good. Okay. It will not end up good. Are you building now? Because this is not a time to build. And people are going to use you, you see, because you're using people, it's going to turn right back on you. People will come and use you. So everything that you've built, that would fall. That will come to naught. Okay? So, Bastard Towel, are you still boasting? Yeah? Because it's not of your works, it's of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'Sham Yahushai. So I just wanted to bring this out. Yeah, I thought about this a few days ago. You just, through the Spirit, hope and pray that, you know, that my name is written in the book, the Lamb's Book of Life. And I hope and pray from the apostles come down to all the brothers and sisters and children that our names are written in the Lamb's Book of Life. Okay? And it's about enduring to the end. Lord willing, we endure to the end. Right? That's why the works we do is not of ourselves. The works we do is not to be boasting. Okay? Because at the end, it will come to naught. Okay? So we have to do things in truth and in sincerity. Right? I hope and pray that this is edifying. Okay? And glory be to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Brakathu Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rekah Kodash, and hope and pray that our names are written in the Lamb's Book of Life. If your name is written in the Lamb's Book of Life, that means you are of the elect. You are chosen to be elected for salvation the first time around. Okay? Not of your works, not of your boasting. All right? So whoever's doing anything in deceit, okay, for filthy lucre, like these false pastors, right? Everything's going to be exposed now. Everything is going to be exposed. And we hope and pray that we're sincere. We hope and pray that we are sincere. So blessings to all the apostles, the elders, all the brothers doing the work in sincerity, and the sisters that doing in sincerity, and the children. Okay? Kwame Ashurla.